Yeah. Let's cut him loose.
Riddick. As I like to call it, the continuing adventures of Richard Dick Riddick, space asshole. Like, yeah, you find out all the fucking pressing questions you ever need. You find out Riddick's real name, Richard. That's not all. His last name is also not real. His real last name is penetrative vaginal sex while menstruated.
Wow, there's only one swear word in there.
Yeah, that was probably the dirtiest fucking thing I've ever said.
I lied about that last part, but his name, you do find out his name is Richard. Although they might have said it in one of the other movies, but I don't fucking remember. And that brings me into this. Like, Riddick is a weird little franchise, isn't it, when you think about it? Because it started off in Pitch Black, which is a movie I used to like. I say I used to because I rewatched it, not like recently, but like probably like a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years, and it just fucking, it's just clunky, it's slow, no likable fucking characters, it's fucking, yeah, the fucking, like, okay, the gimmick's fucking cool for like the first 5 minutes, but then like quickly you're like, I'm just watching a movie, just all black fucking movie. Just like nothing. I might as well be listening to fucking a radio drama. But I think really the reason I liked it, the main reason, is the 90s were a shithole for science fiction. Not so much as with horror, which like, boy fucking is like the 90s a dead zone for fucking horror. And before anybody fucking like starts commenting away on this shit, I know other places like Europe and Asia were doing interesting things with science fiction and horror at the time. But you gotta remember, I'm looking at this from like 90s semi-rural America. Like, you know, all we had pretty much until, like, towards the end of the 90s when more and more big store, like, shops like Best Buy and Circuit City were fucking being put around everywhere, that you didn't really have as much options. So if it wasn't, like, a made in America, most of the video stores weren't gonna fucking stock it here unless it was something huge. So like, in the 90s, science fiction was just fucking, like, I mean, it kind of had, like, some different problems than horror did. Basically, with fucking science fiction, it got to a point in the 90s where they were just like, oh, fucking put a laser gun in it. Call it science fiction. Done. That's how you get shit like Time Cop. Because, like, other than time travel and the laser pistols in there, there's nothing else science fiction in that movie. And you could literally take out the science fiction elements in Time Cop, still make fucking total sense. Just, instead of like one of the Jean-Claude Van Dammes being from the future, make him his long-lost brother who's part of the fucking CIA or MI6 or fucking something. He finds out like these guys are gonna kill his fucking, his past self / his brother. Boom! There you go. I just made Time Cop without fucking time travel. There you go. So, Pitch Black wasn't one of those movies, though, because, like, yeah, you could do something kind of like it, but, like, it still would have to be something fantastical. The only real way I think you could, like, overtly change Pitch Black and still make it resemble the fucking, like, the base thing would be to change it from, like, science fiction to fantasy, and, like, science fiction is kind of a genre of fantasy all on its own, but that's, like, getting into a fucking whole, like, the genre fucking debate and shit. So, yeah, Pitch Black, it's like, I liked it, but it was never something I was like, you know what, I want to see more of this Riddick motherfucker. Like, holy shit. It has a lot to do with Vin Diesel. Like, Vin Diesel's just, like, has never fucking interested me at all. Because, like, there, for a brief moment, like, after, like, fucking Pitch Black, Fast and the Furious, and Triple X. There's like you know, a brief moment where it's like, Vin Diesel's gonna be the next Bruce Willis, and I was like, fuck, I hope not. He's just so uninterested, and that's like ultimately the biggest problem with this fucking movie is like, Riddick is either totally uninterested or he kind of comes off as a fucking sociopath. And I know that's kind of the thing with the character, but there's certain if you're going with an anti-hero, there's certain things you don't have that anti-hero do or allude to. I'll get to that in a second, but but before I get into the actual main movie, I want to talk about Chronicles of Riddick, which I actually enjoyed. But again, like, I enjoyed it because it's, you know, I'll fucking say it. It's probably the closest we'll ever get to a Warhammer 40k movie, and that's basically what fucking Chronicles of Riddick was basically Warhammer 40 fucking K. I mean, seriously, the Necromongers are something like basically ripped out of fucking like Space Marines versus Orcs. Which, by the way, Necromongers, fucking most awesome name ever for fucking anything. So, but again, like, Chronicles of Riddick is like kind of like really forgettable fucking movie. And it's kind of a good thing that it's forgettable because, like, no questions are answered at the end of this. Like, if you were looking for, like, fucking, like, oh, does Riddick make it to the fucking Paradise Planet? Nope. Like, no answers there. I mean, kind of, it does answer it, because, like, at the beginning, there's, like, 5 minutes that, like, kind of recaps what happened at the end of, at the end of Chronicles of Riddick, and it was like, oh, yeah, Riddick defeated the Necromongers, and he was going to the fucking Paradise Planet, and then this guy fucking shot him out of the air, and then fucking he fell to this planet, and he has a space dog, and they're slime monsters. Although that last part with the space dog and the slime monsters, that is drug out for 15 fucking minutes with not a single fucking word uttered. And you know what? Again, that might have been a really cool fucking scene. It might have been some really cool fucking, like, character development for a character who I gave a shit about and a character who is played by a competent fucking actor. But you know what? Riddick and fucking Vin Diesel are neither. It's like, yes, I get it. He's fucking surviving the planet. Riddick's a fucking badass. Maybe you should establish some other shit, movie, like story. And there's basically no fucking story to this movie. It's basically Riddick's on the fucking planet. He wants fucking off. There's some fucking people there. They fucking want off the planet. They find out Riddick's there. Riddick finds out they're there. So they're gonna, like, we're gonna get Riddick and get money. And Riddick's like, I'm gonna fucking kill all these motherfuckers and take their ships. But, like, both groups hate each other. So, like, there's, like, shit going on there. And then Riddick gets off the planet at the end. Yay. So, yeah. And I'll be honest, this is the half a movie I liked when I was talking about it in Gravity. Because if there was more to this, I really fucking would have liked it. Because, like, this is... I don't know whether this was intentional or not, but this movie has a very, very, like, 80s sleazy, gritty science fiction type movie vibe to it. Something like Galaxy of Terror, I would compare this movie to in a way. But it doesn't go to the fucking extremes or the depths of depravity that fucking something like Galaxy of Terror does. You know, I would call this like Galaxy of Terror light. Because, like, there's scenes in the movie where, like, Riddick cuts open one of the slime monster's bellies and, like, it starts oozing out its, like, fucking intestines, and the slime monster's fucking eating the intestines up, and I'm like, that's pretty fucking cool. And then there's other fucking scenes where, like, fucking Riddick is just, like, fucking eviscerating motherfuckers, and it's like, that's pretty fucking cool, too. And there's kind of... Okay, this is the part I was talking about where... So, there's a lot of threats of rape in this movie. A lot, because I can't remember her name, but yeah, the lady who played Starbuck on New Battlestar Galactic, she's in this, and she plays a tough-as-nails, butch, lesbian Marine. I know, shocking in a spaceship movie like that, like this fucking archetype fucking pops up. You never see it! But I will say this, she does it very fucking competently, because, like, during one of the threats of rape, she fucking single-handedly takes care of it herself. Like, Riddick's running to fucking try and save her. He's like, I can't let her get raped. I can't do it. And then she gets there, and then he gets there, and she's like, what fucking took you? And, like, dudes are fucking dead around her. And then there's the other fucking threat of rape, which Riddick fucking says to her. Well, it's been like a month since I saw this movie, so this might not be it exactly, but this was basically the fucking line. It was like, I'm gonna make you mine, even if you don't want it. And I just sat there, like, flabbergasted, like, what? I literally wanted to, like, fucking shake somebody next to me and be like, hey, fucking hey! Hi! I'm your movie neighbor. How's it going? I know this is bad movie neighbor protocol here, but just want to make something clear because I'm a bit fucking high. I tied one on before I came in here. We're supposed to like Riddick, right? Right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Why is he trying to rape her? That's not something somebody you like does. Underfoot. So yeah, it's like, that's weird. That's really fucking weird. I mean, he doesn't do it, obviously. He doesn't fucking, like, I mean, seriously, if he did it, that's what I would fucking start the fucking review off. That would have been the entire fucking review. It's like, holy shit, Riddick fucking raped a lady in this movie, people. Fuck. There's a lot of titties in the movie, too. A lot of titties. I will give this. This is a hard, and again, this is why it reminds me of, like, sleazy, gritty 80s sci-fi. Like, they weren't scared of doing a hard R, blood and titty fucking science fiction movie. And that's what this is. I mean, it's not the greatest, and if like, gun to my fucking head, if I had to, like, you know, if I had to recommend, like, Riddick here versus something like Galaxy of Terror, even though a woman gets, like, fucking violently raped by a giant fucking, like, tentacled fucking worm in Galaxy of Terror, I would still fucking recommend Galaxy of Terror. Wow. Giant fucking tentacled worm rape. That's something I did not think I would have to talk about today when I fucking woke up. So, but yeah, I would definitely say this is a watch. It's not like an immediate watch type movie, but if it's like, you know, if it's on in the afternoon or you see it at like fucking like, I don't know, Target or Walmart or fucking somewhere else, like, oh, it's like fucking $10 and it's with the fucking first two. So yeah, fuck it, I'll pick it up. Otherwise, like,